You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Y&R fans, I've got your weekly prediction edition. We're going to talk about Sharon Newman targeting Lucy Romalotti and Connor Newman spiraling after the splits. We have got predictions for Sharon and Nick, for Sally and Adam, for Claire and Summer, for Sharon and Lucy, and for Connor Newman. And as always, our predictions are always based on recent episode activity and only on official CBS soap opera spoilers. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and let's dive right into our very first prediction for this week. Tragedy reunites Sharon and Nick Newman. So on Friday, we saw Cameron, his deadly, corpse haunting and taunting thing, prodding Sharon about Cassie's death and saying that that's what ruined Sharon and Nick's relationship. And Cameron was saying, I know you still want Nick. Sharon is kind of denying it a lot. But, as Sharon's going through this crisis, Nick has been in her storyline a whole lot lately. He has been single ever since his split from Sally. He hasn't even dated anybody. And, he's pushing Phyllis away. I don't think he's headed in her direction. Spoilers for Monday, August 26th. Have Sharon and Nick at the hospital because Faith was in a car crash with Lucy, and that's bringing back more of these Cassie memories to Sharon. Sharon, I still don't think is on her medication, even though she tried to lie and tell Faith. That's why she was having nightmares about Cameron not telling her. Instead, it was hallucinations. Spoilers for Thursday, August 29th. Have Cam pressuring Sharon to embrace the darkness. And I just wonder if Nick is going to be the one to pull her back from that ledge, to save her. He understands her mental health struggles. They've been together since they were teenagers. They have this deep love, and a lot of people think Schick is endgame, and maybe this latest crisis of Sharon's will finally bring that reunion around. Our second prediction, Sally Spectra walks out on Adam Newman without a backwards glance. So on Friday's episode, Chelsea finally confessed to Billy. He didn't even have to push that hard to get Chelsea to come clean. She's so ashamed of herself. And then Chelsea texted Adam to warn him that she told Billy, and that was the time for Adam to go ahead and tell Sally, but he decided to lie and said it was a text from work. So Tuesday, August 27th, should be the scenes from the Young and the Restless promo where Billy shows up drunk and angry to Adam's place. He confronts him, calls him a coward, and he outs the truth. And then Sally wants to hear it from Adam. She demands the truth. And on Wednesday, August 28th, Adam finally confesses. And I do think Sally is going to pack a bag and walk out. I don't think she's going to look back. There's a picture of her with like a little large purse, small tote thing. And I do think that is her packing up. I'm sure Adam is going to try and block the door. I'm sure he'll do anything to stop it, but I just don't see how, after he has been given so many opportunities to be honest with her and decided not to, that Sally would stay, because she knows Adam has lied to her before. Trying to protect her, but still lies. All right, our third prediction, Claire blames Summer for her firing. So in the promo this week, there's spoilers with Victor telling Kyle that he needs to find a replacement, aka find a new nanny, because Victor doesn't want Claire working for Kyle anymore. He doesn't want Claire to be a nanny. Nikki and Victor and Victoria, they all want Claire working at Newman Enterprises. So Kyle asked Victor in the promo if he wants him to fire her, and it definitely sounds like he might. And Friday, August 30th, there's a spoiler saying Claire confronts Summer. The only thing I can think of that Claire would confront Summer about is this firing, because Kyle and Summer just have, or you will see it, I think, on Monday's episode, a pleasant conversation where Kyle is talking to her about them, getting the lawyers out of this, just working things out. And Summer agrees to have her lawyer draft a joint custody agreement with all the visitations. So they're back to sharing things 50-50. Kyle seems pleased with that. So Claire's big concern and why she told her family she couldn't walk out on being Harrison's nanny was because of the custody battle. And it looks like that's off the table. So I just wonder if Claire's going to assume that Summer wanted rid of her as a condition of this joint custody thing. Kyle might even let her assume that because he doesn't want to seem like the bad guy. And he knows he can't mention Victor because there's no way to explain why he would do anything Victor wanted without exposing his glissade connection to Claire's grandpa. All right, our fourth prediction, Sharon Newman targets Lucy Romalotti. So on Monday, August 26th, spoilers have Lucy drunk in the park. She stole a bottle of hooch from a bar and is getting boozy. Boy, she is so much Grandma Phyllis's kid, is she not? She texts Faith, says she needs help, says she's in trouble. So Sharon tells her mom about the text, and Sharon encourages Faith to go be a friend. And Faith is very nice to her, encourages Lucy to make friends her own age. They already kind of had that discussion. They're going to have more of it. Lucy is begging for a ride home because she doesn't want to call her parents and get in even more trouble when she's already snuck out when she's grounded. Faith finally agrees. They get in the car, but then they crash. They run into a wall. Also on Friday's episode, Cam was tormenting Sharon about Cassie's death and how it still haunts her. And then on Thursday, August 29th, Cameron is encouraging Sharon towards dark things. On Friday, August 30th, Heather gives some tough love to Lucy. So it sounds like Lucy is awake and okay. Is Faith still unconscious? We got no spoilers mentioning Faith for the rest of the week after the wreck. Both the girls were in the car together. They ran into a wall. That's what we know. So I just wonder if Sharon is going to blame Daniel, blame his influence on Lucy because he got drunk and then Cassie drove him home and she crashed and she died as a result of those injuries. And now Lucy was drunk and Faith has driven her home. And now Faith is injured. You can't help but draw the parallels. I'm sure that Sharon will. And I wonder if she will want Daniel to feel the same sort of pain of loss like she has for so many years. Now, I don't think in the end Sharon would actually hurt Lucy, but she might, stash her somewhere depending on what Cameron Kirsten is talking her into since he is a kidnapper. Our fifth and final prediction, Connor Newman's OCD spirals after his dad's breakup and possibly his mom's breakup as well. So I mentioned there's a spoilers photo for the week showing Sally with this kind of gold shiny duffel bag thing on her shoulder. Looks like she is walking out on Adam by the end of the week. Looks like Adam is dumped. And, I've already shared with you the spoilers about Billy showing up, Sally finally getting the truth. And then on Wednesday, August 28th, spoilers have Chelsea begging Billy to forgive her. I'm not sure he will. There may be not one, but two breakups. Both of Connor's parents may get dumped next week. And of course, the kid is going to find out that Sally walked out on Adam. He might even find out that Chelsea and Adam crossed lines and betrayed their partners. And you know how this kid is, how his OCD eats him up, and bless his heart, Connor may actually blame himself and he may be back in that situation where he's engaging in self-harm. I hope not, but I feel like that's where this storyline could be going. Those are all of our prediction. Thanks for listening. Drop your comments on what you're excited to see, where you think these storylines are going, whether you agree with me, disagree. Let's have a conversation. Please subscribe if you're not following us, and definitely come back soon. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I'm right here talking Y&R with you guys 7 days a week.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.